I grew up watching wrestling, and one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, maybe my favorite wrestler, is Jimmy Superfly Snuka. What happened to him back in 1984 was a crime. It was a crime against humanity, and it was Rowdy Piper, who was not only a wrestler at the time, but had a bit of a talk show himself. It was his corner where he would invite other wrestlers to come join him, and then he would kick their ass. I have to confess, I also love Rowdy Piper. And this is what he did to Snuka back then.
Am I making fun of you? Whoa, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, he hit him with a coconut. Oh, for Christ's sake, he hit him with a coconut. And then a banana, because the coconut wasn't racial enough. I remember watching that at the age of 14 and thought, that is the single most outrageous thing I've ever seen. I couldn't believe he did that on national TV. Okay, I was 14 years old, man. I got worked up over that. I was like, man, I hope Snuka kicks his ass. So now it turns out, after all these years, Rowdy Piper is the good guy. You remember Linda McMahon ran for Senate in Connecticut. She's, of course, part owner of the WWE, the wife of Vince McMahon. And she spent, in her 2 races, because she just ran 2 races back-to-back for the 2 different Senate seats in Connecticut, between $90 to $97 million of her own money, which actually in some ways is great, because here's an obnoxious person who wanted more tax cuts and wound up wasting her own money. That's terrific irony. That's kind of an elbow from the sky on top of your own head. But Rowdy Piper is not done with her. So he sends out this message. Can spend $90 million on a losing election, but won't give the people that have earned that money for them medical or retirement help of any sort. And by the way, that's true. You know that all the wrestlers in WWE are contractors. So that means that the WWE does not have to contribute to their Social Security, to their Medicare, does not have to give them health benefits. If anybody needs health benefits, it's wrestlers, right? They don't have to do pensions for them. They don't have to have a retirement plan. Basically, you're on your own. In fact, at the latest WrestleMania, they made the lower level wrestlers who needed the most pay for their own travel and hotel. There are no bounds of reason. In fact, Miami-Dade area made over $100 million in that WrestleMania. But to share it with the actual workers? Oh, hell no. That's not what the McMahon family's about. That's why she wanted to run for Senate, so she could do that on a professional level, so that she could do that on a national level, to institute those rules for everybody so they could all screw over their workers. Piper sent in one more message here. He said, they can spend $90 million on elections, but still make mid-carders pay their and their family-owned way for WrestleMania. Crazy. Think about that, man. Now, some of the top wrestlers make a lot of money, but most of them don't. You know, the base salary is about $35,000. So if you're making $35,000, how are you going to pay for the hotel and the travel of your whole family to go to a place you have to go to report to work, even though you're not an employee, you're an independent contractor? I mean, they screw them in 800 different ways. So it's about time somebody struck back. So basically, it's Piper with a coconut on Linda McMahon's head. And that was a long time coming.